Hey guys, Milwaukee updated their M18 ROVER Flood Light to have 33% more lumens on high. It also has more lumens on each level. This guy is actually 4,000 lumens when you're running it on high. Battery runtime is awesome. We're gonna go through this guy top to bottom. Stick with us. Lots of the Milwaukee LED TRUEVIEW lights are being updated, and it's easy to tell if you're looking at an older light or a newer light. We have 3 newer lights here, and you can see the little LEDs in this that are not sunken in. This is one of their Gen 1 lights, and you can see that the LEDs are kind of pulled back like a headlight style a little bit, and more chrome where the new ones are white. If you're looking at them, super simple to tell old from new. Highly suggest looking at some of the newer ones. Even the prices seem to have come down just slightly, and we'll have links in the description to this guy and probably some of the other ones that we have around also. Pretty sweet lights. Let's come in and take a look at what's changed, what hasn't, and just kind of go through this model top to bottom. The M18 ROVER Flood Light is a fairly large light, but it has lots of ways you can use it. I have a 5 amp hour battery in here. You can see there is tons of room. If we want to slide it in a 12 amp hour battery, we have all the space we need. It's perfect. Now, this is 3 modes. When we turn it on, it's going to remember the mode. This is low, 1,000 lumens. If we push once, we go to high, 4,000 lumens. Medium, 2,000 lumens, back to low again, and turn itself off. The head on this with the light rotates 120 degrees, so we're shooting straight up in the air or closer down to the ground. I love that because I like a bigger light in a lot of different situations where I can pan across. This light spreads it out in a flood beam, not a spot, so I get light everywhere, and it will bounce and reflect off of different locations, so it allows me to work very easily. Now when we turn this guy on, I'm gonna switch it away. You're not gonna be able to see real good because the light's here. If we plug this guy in with a battery in it, see it blink, it will easily kind of let you know that, hey, I went on a different pattern by blinking. If I pull it out, it'll blink again, push it in, blink. That's its way of letting you know what it is running on. Now, when it's plugged in, this is not a charger. It's just dual power. So we're not charging the battery with it plugged in and turned off. It's just sitting here. This is nice because you need just an extension cord to plug it in. That's it. Close that guy up. You can hang this guy from the back here. Has a nice little spot to have a keeper so it'll sit up against the wall. You have keyholes in the bottom. You can use that. You can set it on its side. You can set it on its front. You can try to set it, lean it up against the wall. Do anything you want with this guy. It works very well. Simple to use. Power button, mode button to scroll through the 3 modes. Power off. That is it. Doesn't get any better than this. Doesn't get any easier than this. Along with being simple to use, it also puts out a very significant amount of light. There is 4,000 lumens coming from the ground up. We are lighting up 3/4 of the shop. I realize that you are not seeing that full amount of light in the camera view, but this thing rocks. It gives you plenty of light to work with. It's not too bright. Obviously, no one wants to look into these LEDs, and that's why I like the larger head that you can move around. But this light gives off an awesome amount of light to just show you everything in the same colors as what you would see outdoors. The modes are significant here. Go through them. There's low, high, and medium. So you can easily adjust this light to any job site condition that you run across, as long as it's one of those larger jobs. As far as automotive work, I still prefer something that's smaller that I can get into the area rather than setting something that's big and clunky around to try to get into an engine bay. But for 99% of those other jobs where you're working underneath a car, or you're working under a trailer, or you're working under a cabinet, maybe a cabinet you might want to go a little smaller, but not all the time. This light can really shine in and give you some good just viewing of what's going on with plumbing, what's going on with electrical, and it's also a great supplemental light for just when you're working in dim areas. I'm a huge fan of Milwaukee lights because of their color temperature and because of their performance. Now this dude here on high will run for 45 minutes per amp hour. So that's 4,000 lumens, 45 minutes per amp hour. 2,000 lumens, an hour and 15 minutes per amp hour. And on low at 1,000 lumens, you're getting 2 hours and 15 minutes per amp hour of battery you put in here. So the runtime on this is excellent also. Price isn't too bad. I'm going to put that in the description, and it's been varying a little bit, so I'm going to kind of just leave it at that. Check the description, look at the price, and see it's around. This is a new light, so I think it's going to come down just slightly if it hasn't already by the time this video is posted. So I think that this is a good deal for someone even at home. Obviously job sites where this is at, but even a home user or a shop user, this light has a ton of uses for what you're doing. Check that out in the description. Give us a like in this video, subscribe to the channel. We always appreciate your time. Have a great day.